Hello, welcome to the Scale Modeling Twins on the YouTubes. This is just I'm going to go for a 2-hour live stream because I'm at the bench anyway, so I figured I'd sort of engage with all y'all. I'll go through the comments that are here. Paul Wiltshire says, I'm now following you, John. Thank you. Good to hear. Jim, all the way from Chicago. Oh, he's not in Chicago. Hello to all from Arizona. Looking forward to this. Athel is saying, good morning, Jim. So you arrive safe and well and now exploring what you want to see? Athel also says, evening, John. David the Valleys said, good day all. Evening, John. Good day all you beautiful people from Duke Wellington. He's saying, good day to Jim, Athel, David, and Paul. Matt Mick, hi all. Duke is saying, good day, Matt. Jeff Riley down in Tassie is saying howdy. Duke replies howdy. Steve's in, hi John. Joe is saying good morning to some, afternoon to most, and good evening to a few. Hola, Jean. G'day Steve, g'day Joe, says Duke. Hi Duke, says Jeffrey. Aussie Ian, evening all. Hi there Duke. And hello, Duke. What I will do, I'm going to post the link for this if anybody wants to come up and join. Totally up to you. There we go. Right. So yeah, I'm going to continue what I've been working on. The latest build is change camera. Sorry. The Edward 48 scale crystal F2B. That one there. So it's coming along rather nicely so far. So I've got the bottom wing on. As you can see, it's not actually attached to the fuselage, except for a couple of little struts. So it's got a window through the cockpit floor there, which you can see. The pilot can look down and see the bombs that are hanging underneath in the window. So what I need to do, I've painted up the prop and all the other bits and bobs. Now I get a wood stain finish. So what I'll be trying to do in this stream is get the top wing on with the cabane and the interplane struts. We'll see if that works. Possibly go wrong, he says. Jim is saying, yes, Athel, yes, indeed. Arizona is a beautiful state. Yeah. Good day, Ian, says Duke. Oh, that's the link if anybody wants to sort of pop up, say good day. A lot of other people saying hello to everyone else. Bloody hell, Jim, it must be early in Arizona. Yeah, you're not wrong. Nat is saying, hi, John from the UK. Nice to see you. Joe is saying, that's looking nice. G'day, Nat. Jeffrey is saying, I'll just listen while I keep tattooing. I've had a busy evening. Yeah, fair enough. Everyone saying hi to everyone. 5 a.m. in Arizona, confirms Jim. Yeah, Duke is working, so he's not joining. All right, so I'm going to go eyes down. I'll look up periodically, but I need to sort of sort out a couple of things. I think what I need to do first, before I do anything else, is put some wires on these. These are the control column, the actuator cables for the elevators. What I need to do, I'm just trying to work out which way around they go. Pull that. Yeah, I'll need to cross over. So from top to the bottom and from the bottom to the top. Yeah. So I need to put on the front ones before I put the top wing on. They're going to be a little bit hard to reach. So we'll see how we go with that. Nat saying it's just turned afternoon in the UK. Well, I bloody hope so. It means, and yet this is all good for everybody. Tiff is still in bed, only woke up 10-ish minutes ago. That's fine. All right, let me get my Easy line. There we go. I lost the last one. Made sure I could get this stuff pretty easily. Oh, sorry. Joe was saying, how was working on that interior job? Any problems? No problems at all. It's you can't see that much in there. I did take a photo of it before it closed up, knowing that you wouldn't see too much. But I'll pull that up. It's actually, it looks garish. But I was looking at photos of the actual aircraft. So of the 4 schemes in the kit, this one here is a replica. I don't know if it's a replica or certainly an original one, but it's I believe it's in New Zealand. I believe it's one of Wing Wings aircraft. However, yeah. So looking at photos of it, let me just have a look. I tried to copy their colours as closely as I could. So I haven't got. There we go. So yeah, it's the photos of the interior there. So it looks garish and everything's sort of like very, very bright. It's a very light grey floor. It's a wicker basket seat. It was hard to replicate on this because it was just simple bit of plastic. A dark wood grain there, and a wood grain frame on an unpainted clear dope linen background there, and same with the other wing fuselage half. A couple of cables that I didn't bother painting. The cross bracing here, because admittedly I don't think you'd be able to see them anyway, and yeah, you're not really going to be able to see them. They're there, but I'll just rely on a plastic detail. I didn't dry brush it or whatever because the aircraft itself looks spotless in New Zealand, and these would have been spotless, like as clean as they could be, because every little bit of gack in there and every bit of dirt adds up, and they were quite, they're very flimsy at the time. So no, the interior went together pretty well. All right, yeah. So yeah, as I was explaining, this one's the Edward, that one. And it's a weekender, so no brass on this one, which is fine. It's a complex kit anyway. The most complicated part for this one will be the rigging, because there's quite a bit of it. There's four struts on each wing instead of 2, so a Camel only has probably half. It's probably half the amount of rigging. But what's not shown here, this shows the direction of them. What it doesn't show is how it is in actual fact. That each one of the ones that go upwards have 2 lines of bracing. So I want to see if I can replicate that, because that does sort of add to it. And yeah, these are the elevator cables, and I can't see the back of it, but yeah, they do indeed cross over. Following that line there, it goes to the bottom actuator for the elevator. So yeah. Oh my God! Sorry, I didn't look down. I've got a couple of people that have joined us. So we've got Timbo from Queensland.
Yo.
And Jimmy Buzzard has joined us from Arizona.
Good day.
So where in Arizona? That's not Chicago. You lied to us.
No, I told you I was heading out to Arizona this week. I'm out here to visit my aunt. She's recovering at a recovery rehab center, and she had a fall, and so
you did tell us that,
Sunday. Yeah. And we're in the Phoenix, Scottsdale, Mesa, Glendale, Arizona area. Good morning to everyone, and good afternoon and good evening, wherever you are in the world. So yeah, I mean, today we might be going to Andy's hobby headquarters. It's right there in Glendale where my aunt is staying. So yeah, it's a week of seeing something completely different.
Yeah, it would be. Yeah, so not so much snow.
Honest, I posted a picture in Discord yesterday. We had rain last night for many hours. Yes,
in Arizona,
it was heavy, but it was constant. And so, I mean, I took a photo of it because I was like, I didn't think I'd see rain in Scottsdale, but here it is. So, no, it's beautiful out here. I mean, I'm thinking maybe, just maybe, it's settling out here. It's beautiful. So that's where I'm at, and I'm jonesing big time for my model bench. I am missing it like you wouldn't believe. It's
that's
2 days in, and so I got to be careful when I go to Andy's. I don't buy anything because I only have so much room on my carry-on. I mean, they really do bend you over for a luggage check on airlines here in the States. So, all right, enough of me. On with everyone else. Timmy, good to see you, sir.
Hey, and you, Jim.
Mikey's watching. He says, "Bonjour, comment allez-vous?" Hi, boss man, says Tiff. Everyone's saying hi to everyone is. Oh yes, yeah. So Adam's saying he posted something in the Discord thing. No, you're right. I haven't seen it.
Yeah,
I do hardly go on there.
They're looking for interest in producing a 135th Bushmaster.
I did see that.
I
did see that. That wouldn't have been on Discord. I would have seen it somewhere else.
Yeah, he just put a link to,
right.
I believe, Black Ops models.
Yeah, right. A hobby time is Vochebu. He's saying hi, guys. Hi, Mike. He says, nah. Minky, who dis Minky? Minky is having a do off lol. Oh, this, yeah. Obviously, it's a reference to hello. Yeah.
Perhaps Mikey's been binge watching some LOL.
Yeah. Adam saying Tiffy's actually like the Katari photo. He's learning. Oh, yes, you're right. I popped on there earlier to see. I actually sent Jim a link. I don't know if you saw it, Jim. I sent you a personal link to this stream before we went live.
But, I'm sorry. I got to check my email. I didn't see it.
No, it wasn't email. It was Discord. Just personal message.
I'm sorry. I didn't notice that.
And Jim is indeed in the green room, or not anymore.
Not anymore. I'm live right before your eyes, so hope you can handle the sight.
Nat's ready to put the decals on Moggy, the Rebel 1 foot outscale Eurofighter Typhoon, done up in the World War II invasion scheme colours. It's pretty brilliant. Matthew is saying hi, faux Mikey, and Duke is saying hello to Mikey and Hobby Tam. All right, I need to mute while I have a cough. Thanks for that.
No worries, helping out.
If this was a silent movie, it would be cough, cough, cough would come across the screen.
Le cough, le pant, le pieu, le puff.
No, honestly, I came on I thought maybe if you were going to be going solo and you were at the bench, I could read comments, but I'll hang out here for a little while. I mean, I've got nothing to do but stare at the screen. So,
I'm just trying to see what the reference is to this. So Duke is saying buy heaps, Jim, and post it to yourself. I'm not sure what he's referring to. I can't see.
My visit to Andy's hobby headquarters.
Yeah.
And I'll tell you what, that store, you could drive by it without knowing you did. It's very nondescript. And a lot of architecture here in the Phoenix area tends to blend together. It's a lot of the same kind of terracotta and earth colored stone buildings and small structures, not very tall. I mean, I love it. I mean, you take a ride on the main roads out here, you see those mountains out in the background and all the open ground. You got to go outside of Scottsdale and Phoenix. It's a big population area. A lot of concentration here. But
it's sort of like Cooper Pedy in Australia in that like it's got like its own architecture that you don't really see anywhere else.
Yeah. It's for me a career Midwesterner to come out here and just see the mountains is I mean, I look like a bloody tourist because I'm looking at everything that people see every day that live out here. So
yeah.
But the weather is beautiful. I mean, the dry, sunny, bright sunshine for me coming out here in March. I can see why people take a winter vacation to a subtropical or tropical place in January, February for us Northern Hemisphere people, because it revitalizes your everything. Just getting out from that ugly winter weather.
Yeah. Athol is saying, Jim, he's only seen Glendale via a truck driver he used to subscribe to, but it looks like an interesting town.
Yeah, it's just another little town that's kind of linked together with Phoenix, but they're still spread out. It's a big area. If you Google a map, you'll see that it's a pretty large area that all these towns are located to. It's spring training for Major League Baseball, so there's a lot of out of towners. People plan vacations around watching minor league baseball games.
Yeah, it's not Arizona, but Pluribus, a show on Apple TV Plus, is set in New Mexico, in Albuquerque. And I'd imagine it's much the same sort of terrain, like generally flat, but, you know, the
New Mexico is where I thought about checking out first because might not be so much population saturation, but I don't know for sure. A friend of mine he's retired and living out in New Mexico, and he's a little older than me, so see what kind of community he lives in and see. Yeah. Joe's pointing out Arizona full of golf courses. Sedona. Yeah. Sedona is a very nice place, but that looks a little pricey.
Yeah. Joe's saying Arizona full of golf courses. Sedona, Arizona, Australia look exactly the same. Not all beasts want to eat.
Yeah. Well, you know, they got diamondbacks and tarantulas and scorpions out here. Now, I don't think the tarantulas and scorpions are fatal. They do bite and hurt. But the diamondbacks and the rattlers, I don't think I'd want to come across one of those.
Yeah, and I hope all teams do well in this weekend's playoff. Yes, they sound like footy teams to me. I wouldn't have a clue. So Steph, the budget modeler, is
hey, good morning.
Or up. He's saying afternoon, evening, morning.
Hello.
And Matthew is saying Llangollen riding on the trains, Mikey. He must be for John's benefit. Yeah, Phoenix, Arizona, Jim. No. Now, Kay was supposed to have an appointment an hour away, but it cancelled. So I'm just having a chill out day with Kay.
I want to say hello to everyone. You're live, and this is Jody. She's my host. She's my sister and I are staying at her place.
Hi.
So this is John to the left and Tim to the right. They're in Australia.
Oh, cool.
So
I love Australia.
And everyone here is from the United Kingdom and other parts of Australia. And we're live right now all around the world.
Oh, yay.
Bring me some coffee.
Bit of a worldwide modeling coalition going on.
Yes, exactly. Yes, it is. Yeah.
Have a blessed day.
Yeah. Nice to see
you.
Yes, I
Thank you.
hold
Mike
on, guys.
saying,
I'm going to mute myself.
Mike is saying, bloody hell, Steph. Hello, Steph. Long time no see. Yes. And but Nat hopes Kay's okay. Yeah.
Good.
Oh, good. So, Timbo, what do you got on the desk there? Is continuing what you were playing with yesterday?
Yeah. Sorry, give me 1 second. Press the camera button. Yeah.
Oh.
Just working on
working
on this dude.
Add you to the solo layout. There we go.
Oh, very colorful.
Oh, that cave's looking great.
Yeah.
Yeah, it's kind of coming along. So, yeah, I'll probably work on the tilt shield, or shields, I guess, in this dude's case. And I might paint his face while I'm at it and plop that in. But yeah, it's coming along. Still having a bit of fun with it.
Yeah. Purity seals everywhere. See, look, I'm learning stuff.
Yeah, he's a fancy boy. This one, he's got plenty of parchment.
Very cool.
So Tim, how many of those do you paint on average a month, and how much do they cost a piece?
Oh boy, cost too much.
Okay, that's fair enough. Yeah.
But let's see. Probably. I'm not sure. Maybe like somewhere between 15 and 20. It depends like how many I'm kind of working on and like to what standard and all that stuff. So if I'm painting like a unit that has like 20 guys in it and it's all like horde zombies and things, I'm a bit quicker and dirtier with it. But if I'm painting like elite troops and things, I'll take my time with it. So yeah, this dude's a captain. So this is day 2. I started this on the Monday stream on BVC yesterday.
Ah, okay. Well, the colors are really stand out for me because so much military work I do. It's all greens and browns and tans.
Yeah.
These dudes would blend in at Mardi Gras. So
yeah, that's true. Yep.
That's a good song by Paul Simon.
which one's that?
Take Me to the Mardi Gras.
Oh,
One of his early ones. It's off. There goes Roman Simon. Oh, okay. I need to get some more. I think that one's gone to God. Some more super glue.
Is that super glue?
Was
Wow.
Man,
my old tubes of Tester's orange.
Yeah.
Cement.
Because this stuff, the lid was stuck on. So to get it out of there, I just basically with a knife just cut the bottom, and then later on I just sliced it somewhere else to get some more out. And I'm just like, yeah, okay, that'll be done. That's why I just go for the cheap stuff because it doesn't last long.
Yeah, it's you end up being like an addict and just lying it down and poking a hole in it with your knife.
Yeah.
You get like just that drop that you need.
Yep. Well, considering the cost of some of the types of super glue you buy, you kind of want to get as much as you could out of it. So long as it's not too stringy. When it gets real stringy, it's more of a problem than it is useful.
Matt is saying at least Kay's improving. David Valley.
Well, I'm sorry to hear about any problems she's going through, Mike. I hope she's all right. I've been in a loop in anything the last few days. The time change has just thrown me off. I'm 2 hours behind home, and I completely missed yesterday.
Jeffrey is saying that's my 7 days of the most trying clients I've ever had to ink. He's a tattoo artist. How's the plastic gluing going, John? Oh, I'm really enjoying this kit. It's a lovely build so far, and nothing that's really gone wrong.
Is that 48 scale?
Yes, it is. Yeah, and it's this one is a gift. It's hard to read. Let's see, because StreamYard have changed buttons again. I see. But there we go. Zoom in on that because it's worth a read. There's so many letters there.
Right.
Yeah. So this is one of the aircraft presented to the RAF by Maharaja Bahadur Sir Rameshwar Singh of Darbanga, and it's his 4th of 6 aircraft. But I went for that one just because it's an interesting looking scheme. The other ones, they're all good. They're all interesting. But yeah, this one I wanted to recognize in British India because my father was born there.
Oh, really? Oh, I didn't know that.
Yeah, he was born in up near the Khyber Pass in Sialkot, and what was India at the time was now Pakistan.
So help me out here. He was born in India. Does that? I understand being whether you're born in Australia or India, you're born under the British Empire.
Yeah.
But is he British or Australian?
He emigrated to Australia in 1953. He became a naturalised Australian in 1983. But obviously, I guess he still had dual. He never rescinded his British citizenship. He could have, I guess, received Indian should he have asked for it, but he never did. He never visited there, never went back. He left with his family when he was 1. But no, he would say he was predominantly Australian because he spent most of his he spent 76 of his 84 years here, or something like that. But yeah, he'd consider himself Australian of Welsh extraction.
Oh, okay. Very good.
Okay. Mikey's saying, Timbo, he's got the Warhammer Spearhead magazine for £2.99 yesterday on after the stream, and it came with 4 figures.
Yeah.
And it is David. He's saying, enjoying it. No, David is saying, that's good to see, Mikey. A shame the appointment was cancelled. Yeah, it is a shame. Blah, blah, blah. But at least he doesn't have to do a 2-hour round trip for what will likely be a 20-minute appointment. Matthew says, Tim R won't admit how much he spends in case his missus is listening. Like everyone here, no, I didn't buy it. I printed it and it was on sale, etc.
Yeah, I haven't bought a model in 3.5 years. No, I absolutely have. But
David says, yeah, he looked at the mag and also saw that some others in what was W.H. Smith's, which had some Imperial Guard models and things.
Okay.
And yeah, everyone else is saying hello to everyone else. TBG is saying,
Morning, James.
Oh, sorry, I've missed one, have I? Oh.
Okay.
Oh, there's my little tweezers.
So have you, both you guys picked out your model subjects for the 48 and 48?
I have. Yeah. I went through I wouldn't say a crisis, but I went from couldn't decide between 2 kits to couldn't decide between 3. So yeah, but the one I've chosen to proceed with is the Miles M52.
Oh, that's right. I remember you mentioning that. Correct. Yes.
3D printed jobby from Aircraft Models.
That is so cool. I mean, you talk about a dart with wings.
Yeah, it's cool. Now saying I might have a go at Warhammer figure myself in the future. Yeah, I'd recommend. I've had fun. I keep on looking at them. They're in front of me here. I haven't finished them, but they're sitting there patiently waiting for a little bit more paint and stuff like that. They're nowhere near what Timbo's doing, but yeah, they're fun. So TBG is saying, so Nodge is half Indian. That explains everything. Yeah. God. Yeah. Oh, yeah. I think he's onto me.
Yeah. You can get away with that, like telling people that we're of Welsh Pakistani origin.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Go, huh?
Yeah.
So, yeah, because my father, the school he went to was in Dover. It was the Duke of York military school. And one of his best friends, until the day he died, they stayed in touch, but until the day he died, referred to him as you packy bastard, which I thought was fantastic, as did he. But, yeah, it was funny. I mentioned it to guys in the Air Force in my squadron, and from that day, my nickname was Bob, because everyone called me Bob, as in Bob Marley. But, yeah, a couple of them from that day started calling me Butter Chicken Bob. Yeah. Anywho, Paul is saying, hi, troops. Athol is saying, I looked at my Orc Flyer, which I primed in desert sand in Vallejo, and as today my eyes are working, I see bits missed. Yeah. Always
well, they're working better today, Athol.
Let's get a bit of super glue. I'm using an open box lid. It's half of my desk is for Yug Panther. I'm just smearing glue into that and picking them off with a toothpick for application purpose, for display only. So let's see how that goes. Joe is saying he has his trailer hooked up. Pick up my lawnmower early because the shop is closing early and it's a 2-hour drive. So I'll be here for another 30 minutes and we'll catch you in Tyre Show later. With several Guinnesses.
Yeah, I believe Joe's a convert.
Well, yeah, it's good stuff. There's another James, which is a better looking Marley's son. He refers to it. Oh, no, wasn't it? It was the extra stout, but the Cooper's extra stout, he refers to it as Jobby's chewy shit. So another one I nicknamed as Jobby, not because I resemble a turd, but because my name starts with a J. As simple as that, really. Yeah.
Oh, I see. Athol is getting his surgery come Sunday. Okay. All right. Well, hope all goes well, buddy.
Yeah. And TPG is saying could be worse. It could have been called the Terminator. That's funny.
Good one, James.
It's odd because you've got to admit I'm one of the least looking Pakistani people you'll ever see. I think.
Certainly with some of the whitest skin of anyone I've seen from Pakistan.
It would explain why when you get a little bit too excited watching the footy, you start yelling, "Do not redeem!"
Oh, where's my other pair of Twizzlers? Here we are. So I'll drop this down a bit, see if that bloody helps. It probably won't because it's a bit dark on the side. I'm just trying to stretch a bit of this over the gripes with some glasses. See, this is going to work. I think I'm waiting too long. It doesn't help that I have a red cutting mat, and this stuff is very, very slightly pink. This easy line, it's sort of like a brownish. Oh, so it's sort of disappearing like gossamer hairs of a spider web.
So, John, you've been a veteran of so many biplane models you've built, and especially in a smaller scale like 48th, as opposed to the more popular 28th and 32nd scales. I suppose there's a system to doing these things like there is any other kind of model, correct?
There's a system. It's sort of it depends.
I mean, it's subjective, of course, to how each one of us would do it. But I mean, I'm guessing one of the things you don't do early on is put the top wings on.
No. Well, yes and no. So, in a lot of ways, the top wing does provide the structural integrity. Once you get all the box sections in place or whatever, it's like every other subframe you do. It all sort of adds up. This isn't going on. I'm like everybody else. I look at YouTube videos and listen to other people's advice. And what I've seen a couple of people say is like, there's one, I can't remember the channel, but what she was saying was starts with the Cobain struts, which are the ones that go from the fuselage to the top wing. Once they're in place, then work outboard from there and go to the interplane struts between the two planes of the two wings. That generally works, but each biplane is subtly different. So with the angle, the shape, and the length of, say, the Cobain struts, and the angle of them, whether there's a forward lean, a stagger to the wings, if you like, or not, it all sort of plays a factor. So generally I do that. Although the last biplane I built, I had to change that. It didn't work doing it that way. I had to start with the outer wing. I think I'm trying to remember. That might have been the one I put the top wing on backwards, which may or may not be the reason why it didn't sort of work. Oh, I am.
Yeah, TBG has commented to that effect. He says he does put the top wing on backwards.
Yeah. Yeah. Look, it was just one goat, okay? Just one.
Yeah. Well, as Rodney Dangerfield used to say, what a tough crowd.
Yeah. Okay, I'll try a different method. I'll try to put a bit of. Oh, okay. All right, so look up. Paul is saying he's painting and detailing the Hello French task force. Oh,
Yeah, I know. There's a French way to say that. I can't figure it out. Yeah.
I don't know. Something or other. Something of the sea. I got that much. The tanker, TBG. Oh, yes. I do. Yes. Joe was detailed to Bangladesh for 9 months once. The people there thought he was a native. Guess that's why I wasn't assassinated. Good for me. Wow. And hello to all our friends in Bangladesh, India, Pakistan.
Yes.
There's millions and millions and millions of them. And Paul's so close to finishing this tanker, but it wasn't. Oh, he wants it perfect. Can't wait to start the French destroyer. Yeah. David Vallis, you only have to make one mistake and it sticks with you. And resupply at sea is the.
Yes, there you go. Yeah, that makes sense. That first word, revitalize.
There we go. I had trouble bringing it back up here. Oh,
yeah,
yeah. Retellement à la mer. So yeah, resupply at sea.
Oui.
Right, very cool. That makes sense now. I'm no longer in the dark. All right. Let's try this again.
French destroyer. Okay.
Yes. And not that German bloke. All right. There we go. Trying to get a bit of this going on. Sorry, I'm eyes down for a moment. I'll try to get this easy line in place. Gosh, disappearing.
Oh yeah, by the way, just put this out there for everyone in chat. For those who are joining the or participating in the 48 and 48, what are you individually? What are you all out there going to build on that week? So let's see it in the comments. There you go. Create a little content for you, John.
Thank you. Appreciate it. Stick on there, you bugger. Speaking of which, I created a banner which I haven't got running, so let's turn that on. Yeah, well, 48 at 48-48.org. So all the details for the 48 and 48 are there. It's probably the easiest place to find everything. There's different tabs highlighting things, and as the auction lots come available and pictures of them, we'll be posting them there as well.
Yeah. Yep.
That'd be the best place to look up anything related to the 48 and 48, which is only 10 days away.
That's right. I'm looking forward to it. Very much so. By the way, before we go to the comments, did you happen to see James appear on the ICM on Sunday? IMC, excuse me. Jonathan Mock, Interesting Modeling Company.
Oh, no. I haven't
they talk specifically about the 48 and 48 and the beginning and the mission of what M4H is all about, and, how it started, and, how it's going, and what it's all, the whole thing. So it was
very, very good.
Really, really nice talk.
Yeah, I did make a point of beelining over to Jonathan and saying hello while we're in Telford. He's a most excellent, knowledgeable dude.
Oh, Jonathan? Oh, yeah. His was the first live stream I started watching way back when, because I think he was one of the few guys on the block that was actually doing something like this at first. Because we all remember how this thing started, right? With the lockdown and no one doing anything.
That's it. Jeffrey is saying his last 3 biplanes he's made, he's worked from the main wing struts to the center, but willing to try it the other way on the next rodent kits I have in the stash. It really depends. It's all about squaring them up, and it's hard to show you with this one because I haven't lined up the top wing. But basically, if you start outboard, so this one's got struts out there, a long way out, and there, and there's 4 each side of the fuselage. So if you put them on the outside, you're going to have trouble getting under the center of the wing to put the cabane struts in place. So I generally put them there, and they'll sit upright, line up with the center wing section, the top wing, and I'll let that dry. And then when I come back, there's enough flex in these wings to be able to pop them in place. Now, another thing to do I find on these ones is sometimes, certainly say with the Camel kit, it would have little tiny holes that you can drill at an angle to have the easy line or whatever you're going to use, fishing line, as a starting point. This one doesn't have them. So this one, I'll just be doing them alongside the struts and everything else. But the center struts, I've got them. What I've done is, because they're different lengths, when I painted them, I've put them on the individual clips, and they're they're numbered so I don't get them wrong. But so this is one of the interplane struts, and looking at it, it's got the angle there. This would be one of the front one on that side, I'd say. So it'll be, crikey, Italy. I should change this map. I'm finding it's hard to see stuff. Like, a lot of things are the color I don't want them to be. So that'll go there. There we go. And once that's in place, I'll let that dry and stick the top wing on and build outwards from there. But there's a couple of things I want to do first. Biplanes, they're time consuming. But yeah, if you've got the patience, I find them challenging, which is exactly what I want in modeling. Okay, Matthew is looking at, he's going to be building the Amusing Hobby 35th scale Super Conqueror main battle tank.
That's a big one.
Yeah. Paul is saying he's thinking of another ship or a Tonka, as in a Panavia Tornado. David the Valleys, I'll be doing the FX Curtis P40B Warhawk from the FX bundle.
Oh, good for you, David. It's
a good choice.
Great thing. You bought a great model and you contributed to a great cause. So good for you.
David is saying yes, Jim. He watched that live stream with James. I'll have to go back and watch that. And Paul is saying this French tanker is 2 out of 6 ships for this year.
Damn, Paul, you are way ahead compared to me in floaty things. I don't know if I'll ever build a ship, and it's not because I don't like them. It's because they're just they got to be, and for me, they've got to be well detailed and built cleanly, and that's not something I'm really blessed with. Great thing about building armor and Jeeps and trucks and everything is the old armor builder adage, cover it with mud.
Yeah. Yeah. Like, these will have a little tiny bit of dirt on them because they don't get washed. They just rely on the rain. But the deal is, like, these were kept very clean, really, because they just wouldn't work so well if they were filthy.
The biplanes you talk about, World War I.
Yeah, the biplanes. Because they're built with the precision of bicycles, if that makes sense. So,
Yeah, well, you had furniture made
as clean as you can.
For airplanes in the First World War. I mean, it was craftsmanship 101.
That's it. Yeah. At this stage, so this Bristol fighter, I mean, part of the reason it's got its name and all that sort of stuff like that, this is one of the first aircraft that was designed by a committee rather than just a couple of people. So most people who started with aviation at this time were, they got into it because they're mechanically minded and stuff, and most of them were things like bicycle makers, like the Wright brothers.
Right. Yeah, that's right. That's right. I forgot about that. They were.
Yeah. So a lot of them use much the same sort of structure and everything else. But yeah, the first one really that changed it all, where it was done by engineers who were specifically handpicked and taken from universities and stuff that had no background in say bicycles or automotive or ships or whatever, was the name escapes me. I built it recently. The Hispano Suiza SE5A. Yeah, the RAF. Yeah, the Royal Aircraft Factory. So yeah, that was basically like Royal Commission will start a factory because the government needs to build them. It will put out a warrant and then attract people from the ground up. So don't design it like and people that hadn't seen aircraft before. All right, if you're going to design an aircraft, it needs to be certain things. We'll guide that, but we want to fix this. How would you go about that? And they just did it that way. And so their first job, it ended up being probably one of the from what I read, one of the best all-round fighters of the First World War. But things were changing so quickly then as well. Jeffrey has a glider that the German pilots learnt in. He sent me an image of that one. Yeah,
that's nice.
Paul's Jimmy, I recommend any 1/350 scale ships.
Yeah, I think that would be the size I would build a model into scale anyway. Yeah,
they're fun. I've done one, the Bismarck, and I love it. It looks so good because I put all the black and white stripes on the side and all that stuff like that. Patrick is he's working weekends, but he'll be building the 48 scale Spitfire TR9, the 2-seat trainer.
Very nice.
Which I don't know if you've seen, Jim, and because it's the 90th anniversary of the first flight of the Spitfire, that one now is flying around in the colours of the prototype.
Oh,
well, it's like a very light blue all over. It looks delicious.
Yes. The British painted prototypes a certain color, didn't they? Or maybe not. I think the first Hurricane was natural metal.
Yeah, it was.
Painted.
Yeah. So no, I mean, before at that stage, it's up to the company supplying them what color they were. So I'm just going back in photos here. 2000. So last time I was in the UK, we went to with Paul, went down to Tangmere, and down there they've got a reproduction of the first Spitfire, and it's really well done as well.
Very good. Yeah. Adam, what three kits did you get? That's quite a price tag.
Cool. Glad to hear it. So I hope you got one of the early Mark 1s because they're now out of stock. Oh, for God's sake. Anyway, no photos. I'm too busy. Oh, he's got the. Oh, there we go. TPG saying the Hurricane prototype was natural metal and dope silver.
Right. Thank you, James. Yeah, I've got an Osprey book about the Hurricane, and while it's not very lengthy or detailed, the size of an Osprey book, one of the soft cover. It's got great reference photos, and there's a great color drawing of Cobber Kane getting his first kill over France in, I think, early 1940. That's how I'm going to model my ragwing Hurricane Mark 1.
Oh, so this was so Adam bought the Mark 1 early, which is the two-blade propeller, unarmored windscreen, unblown canopy. The Mark Lane one, which is a mid with different decals and a figure, and the BF-109K4, I believe it is. And Joe was saying, everyone's selected some pretty cool kits. And Aussie Ian is saying, check backstage.
I believe we have a guest waiting to appear.
But he's not there. Oh, so what? Yeah. So this is the there we go. So the reproduction of the
Oh, nice. Okay,
Yeah.
very nice.
So this is a later version. It's a Mark 9 and the 2-seater, but it's painted as the prototype.
I like the color.
There we go. Waiting for it to. Oh, pictures in flight. There we go. Bloody gorgeous. Yeah,
Nice.
but yeah, it's just a light blue. Adam is saying, I'm in love with the instructions. It's like
Yeah.
a little history book.
Yeah,
Yeah,
it's
yeah.
already up where Wings left off regarding their instructions. It is indeed a history book. You're right.
Yeah.
Buggerance.
Yeah,
Knocked my
most of it.
bloody airbrush holder pot of water thing. That's a pain.
Yeah. What about it?
I knocked it off my desk.
Oh, you spill it?
Yep.
Aye.
It's all right. Only about a quarter of it. So
Okay. Well, that's not too bad. Thanks for reminding me. That's one thing I got to clean when I get home. I forget to do that, and then it gets really ugly, and then I got to empty it out, clean it, put a new screen in there, new filter, and I've been using a lot lately. Started painting that KV1 I'm working on.
Oh, yeah.
nice.
How's that going?
Oh, I'm sorry. Did you?
Yeah.
You were- you mean-
How's KV1?
It's a big tank for 35th scale. There's a lot of ground to cover, and I've been putting a lot of paint on that thing. It was very, very involved. It took me a good, at least 45 minutes airbrush session to get everything covered. And then I had to go back, of course, inevitably, and miss this spot here, this spot there, here and there. And I'm using Hataka paints, Hataka lacas. And so I've got a variety of greens that I'm going to try and add a little depth to it. You know, single color is challenging in that respect. You don't want to, at least I don't want to just paint one color and call it done. It can be very monochromatic. So I'm going to try and mix in some lighter greens and highlight areas and shadow other areas. It's just to see how it looks. It's a straight out of the box build, and it might be a little bid of a test bed for trying to shade armor models, which I don't do a lot of. Add depth. I mean, highlight, mid color, and depth color.
Sorry. This is still of all things to do for the live stream. I'm trying to do easy line. Yeah, takes a fair bit of holding a tongue the right way and all that. Yeah. Let's see if I can get it on.
Okay.
Here he is. So Aussie Ian.
Hey, Ian.
I had put the wrong link in. I think I had put in the link from last time.
Right.
Well, no. Safari remembered the link from last time, and I'm sitting there like, he's ignoring me on purpose. Like,
No, you can do that.
And then I thought, hang on, maybe it's Anyway, figured it out. So
Yeah.
yeah.
So how have you been?
Yeah, good. Yeah, just working 9 to 5, housework.
So, Jim, for your, and for everybody else in the stream, Ian and I we live close to each other, about 30 kilometers away or whatever, but he's in the local model sort of club that I'm in.
Yeah.
Oh, that's nice. So, well, 30 kilometers. You guys must be next door neighbors.
Just down the river.
Yeah.
I'm upriver from John. Yeah.
Well, John just did a Google Maps thing for me on a live chat we did a few weeks ago and showed me where he lives in the area. It's beautiful.
Right.
It's great.
Yeah. Yeah.
Wouldn't mind a fortnight stay there myself.
Yeah.
You fly all that way, you have to stay longer than
Oh,
that.
oh boy! I tell you, I don't want to monopolize the chat. I'll make this quick. I do not enjoy sitting in an airplane, and I don't get air sick. It's not that. It's being confined in a metal tube with a whole bunch of people around you in a seat that's meant for someone about half my size.
Yeah, exactly. Yeah.
And when I got out, the first thing I did was unlock my knees, and I started to feel blood go from to the bottom of my feet. It just, man, oh man, was I glad that thing was over.
Yeah. I absolutely detest it. I've done it so much, and flying back.
Yeah, I mean, you guys are and flying to Australia, or a friend of mine does. Well, he used to do international business flights to Singapore, the Philippines, Japan, sometimes Australia, the UK, Western Europe, and yeah, he's a veteran of those 13-hour flights. Just flights. I don't know. I mean, 3 hours was enough for me.
Yeah, it's like you get from Chicago to LA or San Fran, and you're like, oh, bugger that. And then you have to get on another flight from LA to Sydney.
Yeah, LAX to Sydney International. Gross.
Wow.
Yeah.
It takes, what, about 30 odd hours to walk from one end of LAX to the other?
I don't know. I've never been to Los Angeles, and I don't have any plans.
Horrible airport. I hate it. I always, if ever after a while, I'm like, oh, I'm going through San Fran from now on. So, yeah, it's just a nicer airport.
Well, we had an extra surprise on our flight Sunday morning because here in America, that was the day we spun the clocks forward by an hour. 2 a.m. became 3 a.m. Our flight was for 7. We didn't leave till 9:30. So we got to sit in the airport for an extra couple hours, and it was a lot of people were pretty grumbling about it when they got on the airplane, but so at least we made it out there. That's all I could say. I was like, we're done, so that's good. Hopefully the flight back will be less eventful.
Yeah, go ahead. Yeah.
Oh, and I had to get in the scanner. I had to get in the scanner and do the pose.
Oh, yeah.
Because I got a whole bunch of metal in my body. I got the knee replacement. I got the left elbow that's got a brace and screws and rods in there, and then I've got the cervical spine surgery. So I said, yeah, I got three metal spots on me. So I had to go through the scanner. But I was surprised how quickly we moved through the security check. I was expecting it to be more involved, but they got us through quickly.
Right. Very good. Yeah, I don't get with the rod and screws that I've got in my back. They don't show up on. I don't beep going through metal detectors, but it really depends on really how high they set them, doesn't it? But no, I haven't beeped yet.
Oh, I just decided to tell them right away. Like, here, what's I just told them I got metal in my body, so you might want to check me.
A couple of comments. Adam says he's going to send the one-man army mask guy some scans of the Mark I early so he can make up paint masks for it instead. And then it'll be available for everyone since he only has the mid versions upwards. Would there be much difference? I've not looked at the early kit. Would there be much difference with the markings, stencils? Or are you talking about the actual codes and stuff, like the serials?
Well, I know this. I've got a couple of books of shows early war Hurricanes and Spitfires, and there was an amazing variety of the size of the roundels and the colors of the squadron code letters. I mean, not a big variety of colors, but I mean, it just varied from one squadron or aircraft to the other. So yeah, there's more variations than I realized in early war aircraft.
Yeah,
so that's what we're referring to there.
Oh, and then he's going to pick up the Fisher Cop models, the DB685A engine, which is the inverted V12 from a BF109, and shove it in the front.
Okay, make it a mesh bit.
Meshish bit, yeah. And Patrick is saying there's a guy who built a 1-to-1 scale replica of K5054, which is the prototype Spitfire, out of wood, and then with a V12 engine. It was donated to a museum after the test flight. That might be the one that's in Tangmere. It didn't say anything about whether it actually flew or not, but it's it's an awesome looking reproduction. I mean, they've even got because down near Southampton, they've got the desk of Mitchell and a couple of his books and all that sort of stuff in the display. Matthew says he's battling brain fog and feeling exhausted, so just printing the gun and arm for my giant 40k Terminator. Taking things easy today. Well, yeah, just do that. Yeah. Let's see if I can.
What are you working, Ian? What do you got going?
I'm still working on this Conqueror.
Oh yeah, that's right. Yes.
FE. Oh, sorry. Yeah, I've got it. I don't know. It's looking a bit more interesting now that I've got some color on here. I'm just going to start some weathering. I've done panel lines through it, and I've painted up the exhaust. Although I think I've overdone the rusting, so I'm going to maybe put some paint them green again and put some chipping fluid on there, paint them green, and then scratch it all off, if that makes sense. But yeah, it's a big tank. Like I think we last time.
Yeah, that is a big one. Wow.
Yeah. Yes.
I was just mentioning to John, I'm building a Russian KV1, and I'm painting it, the typical Russian green.
Yeah.
It's a challenge to make a single color vehicle, give it some depth and some interest to the viewer, mainly itself to make it avoid being monochromatic.
I think when I did that, I did that the old Tamiya kit, the very old one, the KV2, and I did a whitewash scheme on it, like a winter scheme, and it came up really nice. So I painted it all green and then sprayed it with hairspray and then sprayed the white on it, and then beat it all up. And it come up quite nice. Yeah.
When that hairspray method works, it does work nicely. I'll say that. Yeah, I've had mixed results with that, but I just got to keep trying. I think it's really in how well you lay down the whether it's chipping fluid or the hairspray. I've noticed that if it beads, then the chips will be circular and not have that broken chip paint look to it. Kind of frustrating, but I just got to keep working at it, get better at how I apply it.
Yeah, that's looking good, Ian.
Yeah. I'm just wondering what to do next with it. I think these large green parts, I think I'm going to put some streaking effects on them and dirty it up.
Oh, there we go. So Adam goes on to say, codes and markings for one-man army. Since the options with the kit are, as Jim says, they have a wild variation on markings and roundels. I'll be doing the night or the night white lower, which is a faded yellow and red roundels.
Right.
Yeah. I would. Yeah, I haven't done the black and white underside. I really like the look of it, but I was going to do the black and white, but I did an Aussie.
There's a variety of finishes for that too. There's aluminum and black, like natural metal color and black, and then there's white. There's sky. It's
O'Donnell.
I've got Spitfire with that color split color on there.
Ah. Julian says he emailed Qatari about their Ragwing Hurricane, suggesting they include a scheme for the last Battle of Britain pilot who had just died. Took me a while, but I found the markings for his aircraft. And Julian goes on to say he's got to go. His carer's there. Right. So I need to. Thing I need to do, I think, before I forgot to put the windscreen in place. So that's now there, but I need to paint it. I have it has film for the windscreens. I'm showing that. Just sort of cut them out. Yeah, but just got a toothpick with some of this paint.
Really, Adam? I didn't know that. Night and special night. Okay. What does that mean? You've got 2 shades of black on the bottom side? Hey, excuse me, guys. I got to mute. Hold on.
Yeah, that's fine. Yeah, it's like it's all quite interesting. If you get into, say, Spitfires and early British temperate land schemes, which is the green and the earth is different depending on the serial number of the aircraft early on. So the even numbered serials, the last digit have what they call the A code, and then the odd numbered serial numbers have the reverse, so like a B scheme. And then after a couple of years, they just went, no, bugger it. We're making so many planes, we don't really need to do this anymore. It's just taking time. So they just stopped, and everything became A scheme after that. It's fair enough.
My early Spitfire from Qatar is shipped from New Zealand. So I don't know how long it will take to get here.
It won't take long because I think the same day that they started that sale that Stuart, the Black Hat Scar Models, he received his, I think, yesterday or today. So it
Wow.
might come this week, I'd say.
Oh, that's good.
Okay, I'll bring it to the club on Sunday if it gets here.
Cool.
Yeah.
I think I'll actually be in Newcastle for this. When the meetings come up, my wife only has weekends off, so a lot of the time, if she has a day off, then she would like to go down and see her folks or our daughter or some such. I'm in Sydney for a lot of the meetings nowadays.
Yeah. Oh, bugger.
That's a waste.
I ordered the one that had the flat canopy, the early.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Fun building up the cockpit. Oh, there we go. So the special night and special night. It's an early Mediterranean and Africa schemes of Luftwaffe. It's going to be a German RLM paints or the Regia or Aeronautica.
I see.
Saying it backwards. I was going Aeronautica or Aeronautica or something or other. Very cool. To get some thinners just across here.
So, Ian, are you participating in the 48 and 48?
Yeah.
Yeah, I haven't been selling it enough on the club's website or whatnot because I haven't been there. I haven't really spoken about it.
You and Ian were just talking about being in Imago. Where do you guys meet? Is it a one certain location everyone gets together once a week, once a month, or something?
Once a month. It's a bowling club, as in lawn bowls. Hexham Bowling Club.
Okay. and you guys just get together and you bring something, like maybe you guys build models there, or you just sit around and just catch up with each other on what they're doing, what you're doing.
There's certainly a lot of floating around the room and talking to different people because, but there's a lot of interest. They vary. So there's a sort of schedule. In certain weeks we have what they call a gold coin comp. So you enter a kit, anything at all, and you pay $1 or $2. So it's either like a $1 coin or a $2 coin, and the winner, everyone who entered, or anyone who's got, fees are paid up, can anonymously vote for their favorite first place, second place, and stuff. And the winner gets the kitty of all the coins that were donated. So that goes on.
Okay.
But a lot of the time, like if there's a new release or something or other, people want to sell some of their stash off. There's usually people bringing those sort of things in. It's always something good to look at. And there's a group of car modelers that all they do is cars, and they're really, really good at it. And they had their own sort of club and everything else, but it's just easier to have everybody just meet in the same place. So I wouldn't say they keep to themselves. Like a lot of people do talk to them, and they're very much part of our group. But yeah, it's a lot of interest in a lot of people build anything at all. Like, but some people that do dioramas. We've got some very talented modelers.
Nice. Yeah, I've never been part of a model group outside anything like what we do, and maybe group builds or something like that, but not actual physically meeting and sharing on a regular basis.
Yeah.
Oh, you're back, Ian.
I'm back.
So I didn't realize he dropped out.
I don't know. Network, like Wi-Fi was playing up or something. Is the picture?
Yeah, good old world of modern technology.
Picture's good now.
Okay. Yeah.
No, it's a good little group. It's they're fiercely against being an actual sort of like registered group with IPMS and stuff like that. Around about COVID times, there was a thing like, well, where are we going to meet? Do we continue to be here? And there's a lot of not crisis, but certainly the opportunity to reinvent. So questions are coming up, and I'd ask them, why don't we become an IPMS branch? And most people that have been in the club for a while say, no, not interested in committee meetings, not interested in running things like that. We just want to meet up, have fun, talk models, and not politics. And I guess that makes sense.
Yeah, sounds fine to me. I mean, that's what I'd be there for.
Yeah.
Keep it simple like that.
Yeah, I think it's like scouts. It can be that most of the time the problem is not the youth, it's the other adults and stuff, or the parents, really. Parents of the scouts.
Yeah.
I demand this for little Johnny and stuff like that. Where most of the leaders that actually commit to it just go, we've had this before.
Yeah, that's understandable.
Yeah. Helicopter mums in scouting are always a problem.
Mikey, what do you mean dark magic? Can you elaborate on that?
I think he's just saying that like the car modeling like requires its own skill.
Well,
its own skill set and techniques and things. And
when you see the gloss finishes that they do on these cars.
Ian, you hit it right on the head. That's why I gave up car modeling when I was about 12 years old. I couldn't do that. My older brother was one of the best modelers on the block, such as life was for us grade school kids. But he and two of his buddies were like the kings of car modeling. They could make a spray can do anything they wanted. They wired the engines on the cars. They cut the suspension so the wheels were turned. Sometimes they open the doors up, and they look great. And I would look at that, and I'm like, forget it. I started building airplanes. A friend of mine was building airplanes, and it was easier to paint camouflage, and it was a deep, candy blue or purple or something like that. So I was like, okay, That's for me.
Yeah, Adam says, speaking of the car, he's finishing up the Subaru. He's doing a rally car. Looking wonderful. So I'm just grabbing something over away from the bench for a moment.
I didn't ask when I saw it the other day, Adam. Was it a WRX being a rally car?
Yeah, there's a set of weathering skills for you. You can put all your weathering fluids and tools to a rally car. Those things get beat to hell during a race.
Oh, okay. So windscreen time. So I need to cut this up.
What are you going to do with it? You got to cut that out each part individually, John?
Yeah, it's just basically with a knife, just sort of slice that up and then stick it in the frame there.
Okay. Ooh. Sharp blade.
Oh, that's an idea. I'll change my blade.
I don't know why, but that is one of the I am one of the cheapest SOBs when it comes to switching out X-Acto blades. It's like socks. I'll wear them until they're disappear. You know.
Yeah. I may not need a new blade, but I'll use one regardless because I have them. It's invariably when I fit a new blade, I then puncture myself and bleed claret for a while.
Yeah, but you know what? With a fresh blade, at least it's a clean cut.
Yeah, true. Yeah, so yeah, thank God. They're very, very sharp when they're sharp, aren't they?
Yep, they are. They are. As a matter of fact, because I don't change them often enough, when I do change it and I get too close with it, it's a shocker for me. Oh yeah, that's a fresh blade. That's why it cuts so deep. Yep.
Oh yeah. So Adam's doing the World Rally Championship 01. So it would have been the number one Subaru WRX, I would imagine.
Sexy Rexy.
Yeah.
I think I follow Adam on Instagram, and his stuff is really nice. His photos.
There's those tilt shields done.
Oh, let's zoom on you. Tilt shields. Oh shit!
Wow.
So
those are decals, I'm assuming, on these shields.
Yeah. So painted the checks and stuff, and then just applied some some decals.
That looks great.
And then
tilt shields. Is that a 40K term for?
No, that's
fascinators.
No, that's historical armor. So in jousting, they would wear a tilt shield on the side, and that was the target for the lance. But yeah. So I don't really know why this dude's wearing two. I guess because he's a captain, he gets extra decoration. But yeah, the more modern iterations of Space Marines and stuff, they've incorporated more knight stuff. So like sort of more defined, like van braces and additions of things like tilt shields. So yeah.
So it's van braces? You said van braces?
Forearm guards.
Oh.
And stuff like that. So yeah.
So what was the word you said?
Van braces.
VAN or VAM or
VA.
It's just a term I'm not familiar with.
M, I think. Van braces. I think it's van braces.
Okay.
Yeah, and then there's all sorts. So yeah, they'll get a top coat just to kind of reunify it all, and then when I come around and do some chipping and stuff, sponge some damage on, that'll look ace, I think.
Sponge some chipping. So now I've got SpongeBob's SquarePants in my head. Doesn't take long, does it?
No, but yeah. So progress.
Okay. So I've cut the screen out of my frame, but I've immediately lost it. Where
Oh,
have I gone? Bloody clear, little bastard.
yep.
Oh no, there we go. Oh, it's still there.
Still
No,
on
it's
the
just
sheet.
a different angle, so it wasn't sort of shining the light.
Yeah.
There we go. Still there. Phew. All right. Do that again. Try that. Yeah, David says nice shields, Tim, and Adam says 40k has not much logic. We have folks who ride horses in battle, actual horses, against things like titans. Yeah,
Yeah. There's the lances and stuff. So yeah, dudes on horseback with lances with explosive tips, which is pretty cool.
yeah. Very cool. What have we got? It's 20 past, so we've got 40 minutes left, folks.
Yeah.
That's on.
I'm gonna try and
Heading
get
down
his
to
head
Fighter World
painted.
tomorrow. I'll just have a day at the museum because I can. Should show up. I wasn't there last week because I was getting the flooring done. Clear. So, any plans for later today, Jim, over in Arizona?
Well, like I said, I'm hoping to get to Andy's hobby headquarters later
Yeah,
today.
that's right.
If not, the primary mission is to see my aunt. She's doing better. It felt good to see her yesterday. I hadn't seen her in 15 years. Been a long time since I've been out here, but she is, like I said, on the mend and doing better. And so seeing my sister and I yesterday really boosted her spirits. So we got a couple things to do for her. Check in again on her and what time is left because it's in the same area where she's at and where Andy's is. They're very close, not far apart.
Right.
Hopefully I can get over there today. But like I said before, I really got to watch any kind of thing I buy. First of all, I'm spending a lot of money out here on everything, and secondly, I got to consider carry on. I mean, if I can't buy a model kit, I got nowhere to stash it and get it back on the plane on the way home. So, if anything, I might buy like a tool or, I mean, not paint. Don't want to be transporting that
No.
through the air. I mean, I don't know what the rules and regulations are concerning that, but I just soon avoid any problems.
Yeah.
I'm going to go there as a tourist.
Hmm.
I could say I was in the hallowed halls of Andy's HHQ.
Yeah. So where the Aussies were based in Arizona for the F-35 initial training and stuff like that, they weren't too far at Luke Air Force Base, weren't too far from where Andy's hobby headquarters is. I wasn't selected to be part of that, so I have not been. And I wouldn't say I dodge a bullet, but I was sort of hopeful to get a spot, but then COVID happened and nobody went.
Yeah. Well, that's understandable.
Well, yeah. And if I had gone, then my back would have gone over there. It would have been a lot worse. Paul says, Jimmy, if you do like PE, the photo etch on ships, get the 1350 cal trumpeter HMS Belfast. Extremely well detailed. And
Thanks for the suggestion, Paul.
Julian's back.
Yeah.
No, I
it's
did
not only
the photo etch on the Bismarck. It's fiddly, but it's worth it because the railings do matter. I think if you build it with that railings,
there's no doubt. You've got to. There are certain things you just have to put on the model to make it look even remotely like a well detailed kit. The railings would be one of those things. Yeah.
All right, let's clear stuff on. Usually I use PVA.
Really, you use white glue to put that on?
Yeah, because it dries clear.
Okay.
But because and it doesn't fog. But I've got this AK stuff, and I've been using it lately. It's funny. I'm still trying to get used to it. It doesn't have too much sort of grip when you start, but it does. So far, it's worked pretty well, and it hasn't fogged at all yet. There we go. So,
I'm sorry, John. I misunderstood you. I thought you were talking about using PVA for the photo etch deck railings on Bismarck.
No.
What you're doing there on the airplane, yeah. I've got something called Gator Glue, which I bought a long time ago, and it's meant for installing clear parts. It's built for modelers, so it's got a little more strength than your average white glue, so it does hold them in place pretty well.
There we go. Yeah, you can see it there in the light.
No, it looks
So
great.
that'll stay there. So that's pretty much it. I'll paint that little bit there. So that's hard to see what that is. It's meant to be. It's grey on the inside. I'm not sure whether it would be painted on the outside. It look like reference of the back top art. Can't really tell. But that's the chute for the spent casings and stuff, because there's a gun. Okay. It's a gun in the cockpit there, like above the instrument panel.
Oh, it's inside the nose assembly?
That's it. Yeah, it fires out. There's a hole at the top of the radiator there.
Wow. That's unique. I've never seen a World War I plane like that.
Yeah, so it's a taller cowling than...
Yeah.
Yeah. You can't see much. You just see the breech.
Yeah.
And he's got a handle. So when he's flying along, he's got the control stick. Oh, let me get a torch. He's got the control column, but above that you got a black frame.
Yes.
Which supports the back of the gun. And so I'd imagine if he's going to cock the handle, that he actually puts one arm on that bar there and just reefs it, because it'll take a bit of pressure to pull it back and cock the weapons. There we go. So windows in place. Let's try a bit of Cobain action. So that's a face you started there, is it, Tim?
Yeah, just getting started on him.
Oh, look at him. Little head. Breathe.
Little head. Yeah, little angry dude. Yeah, what color do we want his hair? I don't care.
Pauline Hanson red.
I can accept that. I can't put a ginger in blue armor.
Well, that'd be funny. Like in a 40K universe, would all redheads been put down at birth?
Well, he looks as angry as she is. He's always got a scowl on her face. The cranky old bat.
Yeah. And we actually do like redheads on this show. And a shout out to Prince Harry. And all the other blood nuts.
She called what's her face a female dog the other day. So that's a plus in the ledger as far as I'm concerned.
Yeah, so Pauline Hanson is one of the Australian politicians over here. She's a colourful character, much like some of the people you have over in the States. They reckon that she's got a chance at the next election. I really doubt it, but yeah, her policy is basically, stop immigration and so what's your policy on? I don't know. Name something else. Protection of the Great Barrier Reef. Yeah. Stop immigrants. Okay. What's your thing about e-bikes on the streets? Yeah, immigrants. Yeah. Okay. Yeah. I don't know. So we like to take the piss out of her because she sounds like I guess she sounds like a bogan, which is not bad because most Australians do. But she sounds a little bit rough around the edges. But her main competition in the chamber is a lady of, let's say, Aboriginal ethnicity or certainly origin, who isn't arguable. Yeah, she's not. She's probably more white than most people in the chamber. In fact, I think she is. But she's a broken record as well. And they bounce off each other. She called me a bitch. Oh, she called me a racist. And
So-
the speaker's sitting there saying, yeah, that tracks.
Pauline's been in politics like forever, and her views haven't really shifted.
Or she
But
changes who she goes after. Like,
yeah, that's true. But like she she's more on the right
yes.
side of politics, where the senator that she hates the guts of was Greens, and then she was too radical even for the Greens,
Yeah.
and so she became an independent. This is the one that was like arguing in the chambers and stuff that she's allowed to like disrespect the monarchy because she actually swore to like serve the queen and her heirs, not heirs. And like, you know, all this like performative stuff, like, you know, she's like the indigenous person in the country. Yeah, she's a joke. Lydia Thorpe, that's her name.
That's her name.
Yeah.
Lydia.
Yeah, she's
Huh. That's an old world name. Haven't heard Lydia in a long time.
Yeah, but you know, she's she's an awful person, really, in my opinion. Like, she's been quoted as saying the reason she went for Parliament is to burn it down from the inside, because she hates everything that's not give the country back to the Aboriginal people. Yes. My view is, yeah, you're right. They absolutely were here first. But, you know, if they want to kick me out, where would I go? I was born in Australia. How can I be a foreigner?
And her dad, who is absolutely white, like even thinks she's a flog, and says like, yeah, I don't know what her deal is.
Wow, that's something Dad's gonna turn the other way on what you're saying.
Yeah.
Sure, you know, it's all a bit odd, colourful.
Yeah, they're our pretty colourful members, but because senators hang around for a while, like I imagine Thorpe will be gone at the next weigh-in.
She'd have to run as an independent, won't she? Like,
yeah. Her and Fatima Payman, who left the Labour Party.
Oh yeah.
Which normally doesn't go too well for you. Trying to go it as an independent, but
yeah.
So,
Anyway.
here's a picture of Lydia Thorpe. That's her about to be sworn in to Parliament. But
She was doing the fascist salute.
no, she's not. She's doing power to the, like, it's literally, I think you'd call it the Black Power.
she's co-opting the American civil rights.
I can't see the fist. Behind the bar with the time clock on it.
I see.
Yeah. Oh, I see. Yeah.
And
So she's not very Aboriginal, really, is she?
No, she's a complete half-wit.
Half-wit. There's another word I haven't heard in a while. We got Lydia and we got half-wit. Lydia half-wit.
It's and she's in good company with Pauline. They're like, there's two half-wits, and
pretty much.
Two halves make one whole. So between the two of them, they got one wit.
That's pushing it.
So Paul has decided that he's going to build a 30-second scale Tonka for the 48 and 48.
Wow. You got a separate modeling shed for that, Paul?
It'd be the Italeri offering?
The only one I know of, right?
I'm not sure if Rebel do one. I think they do. I don't know. 25. Which one's 25? So I did notice the other day when I was talking to Steph yesterday on the Moles Hero stream, and he had trouble getting the bottom wing onto this. What I realised is they're backwards. Like, it tells you, and it's shown that, you know, you put a particular part on this side when in fact it's on this side and flips around the other way. So it's a bit of an error there on behalf of Edward, but they've made errors in their instructions before, but you can overcome them. Right.
Yeah. All right. Now I've got to make this guy look really derpy and do his eyeballs before doing more of the skin.
Okay. Let me zoom in on you again.
Wow, that is some nice face painting there, Tim.
Oh no, that's just the. So the white is the part of the helmet. The grey is his hair, and then that's just the base for his skin. So now I'll slop the eyes in.
Mm-hmm.
Oh, reestablish that base layer, and trim the eyes kind of down to size, if that makes sense.
No, eyes are the trickiest part of flesh tone painting for me. In terms of a face, I mean, it's the eyes. I do not have a patented system that seems to work for me.
Yeah, I find getting them done, like do the base tone and then do the eyes. And yeah, like you won't be doing a wash like after you do that, obviously, but
well, that's been my mistake. I do, and it makes them look like zombies.
Yeah. Yeah, I find like doing them early, and then with that dark color, you can kind of set the eyes exactly kind of where you want them by painting back over them with the skin tone, and then yeah, it'll look deeper when you do the higher.
Yeah, I see what you mean. Yeah, that's right. Yeah, I a couple of figure painters that I follow. One goes way back, but it kind of speaks along the same lines to doing the eyes early, so you can clean up the around the top and the bottom of them, and then go on from there with the rest of the face painting.
Yeah, and then it doesn't really matter if you make a mess of it. Just kind of bung it in there and get your pupils both looking in the same direction, and then do your cleanup.
I found for myself that when I'm painting eyes, it's better. In other words, what's looked best to me in my effort to do it has been something that almost like hints that there are eyes there. Like there's a shadow, like eyebrows above it, and a little bit of light on the cheekbones below the eyes, and then in between there's like a grayish tone I put in there, not too stark, and it seems to. This is all very, very inconsistent. There are times when it works, and there are other times it's either not enough or too much. And for me, it's always trying to get it back. Like you were talking about, Ian, where you want to tone back those exhaust pipes on the tank.
Yeah.
For me, sometimes it's hard to do whatever it is when it comes to weathering or shading or painting a figure. If I've gone too far, it's a little bit more difficult for me to tone it back down than it is to slowly build it up. Like if if I go too far by accident, put too much or accent something too strongly, it seems like it's very difficult for me to get it back to where it looks manageable and then start over again.
Sure. Yeah. Well, I need to do more figures because I need to get better at them. It's not I don't need to. I want to. But I'm at the stage where I'm not even painting eyes yet. So I need to get better by doing it. I'll do more.
Well, what Jim was saying, like, absolutely works. Like, if you're not confident in giving it a crack, you can get away with it by just having it dark in those recesses. Let a wash or whatever do the work, and then you just focus your highlights on like the T, so the nose and the brow, and then the top of the cheekbones and stuff.
Right.
And
Yeah.
then when you do that, like your eye naturally just goes, yep, eyeballs are in the depression.
Yeah.
And you kind of sidestep the entire problem. But
That's pretty much how I do it.
yeah. Yeah.
And the thing to remember, and I remember a couple of guys talking about this who are really good modelers. They said, remember, folks, people aren't viewing it like as Tim has it right now, that close. They're looking at it from at least arm's length away. So when you're looking at something from that far away, you have to, you yourself, the painter, have to judge it from that far away as well. If everything mixes together well at that distance, then you've done it. You don't need to do any more. Often less is more when it comes to, at least I found that way to be when it comes to figure painting.
It makes perfect sense. But it's all about like process. If you're enjoying it, do it. If you really enjoy it, do more of it. If you don't really enjoy it, do less of it. Totally up to you. My view is like, don't get frustrated and give up. Just have another go. Like, if you're not enjoying modeling at the moment, then do a different subject matter and you might enjoy it again. But just keep giving it a go. Like none of us here are going to be judging how anybody sort of does anything or whatever. You look at something and just sort of, I'm just glad that people are giving it a go.
Yeah, I agree, John. Yeah.
Apart from Tim, I'm always judging.
God, it's such a pain in the ass trying to get just a dot.
Yep.
Of
and the other thing you got to watch out for, I've noticed too, is watching out for the pop-eyed look on them.
Yeah. So generally, kind of what I do is like, because the scale of these dudes is so small.
Yeah.
Rather than trying to like do a pupil or whatever, I just try and do a little line.
Yep.
Of
That's
black.
right. Yeah.
And then when I bring that flesh tone back in to show where the eye is, it kind of cuts that and rounds off the pupil itself anyway.
Exactly. Yes. Yeah, I've got an old book. I mean, this goes back almost 46 years now. And it's from the first modeler who influenced me to keep building models as a young kid. And there's some really helpful advice that stands up even today on figure painting. I'm gonna post a couple of photos that have got captions in there that will, I know for me, it helps me, keep this stuff in perspective and not spend too much time trying to make it look ultra perfect. And
would that be Shepherd Payne?
That's it. There you go. There you go, Ian. Give that man a prize.
Yeah, I've got. Well, those books were, over here they were popular as well.
Absolutely.
Yeah, tips on, wait a minute, what is it? How to build dioramas. That was the first book that came out in 1980. Then he did another one a couple years later about the basics of armor modeling. That one focused more on the subject itself, whereas the diorama book focused on everything. And we're talking a very different time for modeling. And the figures back then, they aren't like what they are now as far as depth and the quality of the molding. So he was painting with basically like a flat easel and having to create depth, kind of like how an artist would with a flat, doing flat artwork.
There you go. That's one of his books.
Oh, let's pop over to you.
Yeah.
Yes, I'm guessing you got the Bible. Yep, there you go. Yep.
Yeah, that's the one.
Yeah.
I might have another one here. Yep.
Good.
Yeah, I haven't opened them for years.
Yeah. Well, wait a minute. Let's see. Is that the same book? Two different covers?
No, How to Build Dioramas, and then.
Oh yeah. Okay. Right. Yeah. Okay. That's the one I was talking about. Yeah. Modeling tanks and armor. Yeah.
Classics. Oh, they're made by the same. It's
Kalmbach book. Yeah. Yeah. Those guys are up in Milwaukee.
Yeah.
Well, I don't know if they are anymore. I think they got bought out recently.
Yeah.
No, I understand. Yeah, Ian, that's my modeling Bible. When I was just starting out in the mid 70s, a lot of monogram model kits, armor kits came with little booklets in there,
Yes.
tips on how to build dioramas, and they're gold now for collectors. I've got a few left, but not many. And
So what came first? Was it the monogram tips or the books?
the booklets that came with the model kits.
Okay.
Yeah, they created such a popular interest in Shepard Payne as a modeler and his techniques that people are like, well, give us more, So that's why he made that first book. But that he modeled figures right from the start, and for me in my modeling, that's always included figures, whether it's airplanes or armor. I always want figures around it, so I've kind of grown up doing it. But it's only been in the last 5 years or so that my techniques have improved, courtesy guys like Night Shift and others I find on the web nowadays that have helped me, adopt a little mixture of techniques. Try some of this, try some of that, and it works out where I'm painting some pretty good figures nowadays. And I'm happy with the way things are going. It's the ever elusive flesh tones what still befuddles me.
Yeah. And me.
So they're good enough for me. Having those kind of in, hang on.
Oh yeah.
Yeah, they look great. I mean, like you said, once you mix in all the shading of the face, it's gonna unite everything.
Yeah. So like once those brows and stuff are done, that'll work. And then the other thing as well is when I kind of cut back in on the overflow of the shape of the eyes and stuff, I'll just use a darker paint or mix more purple into my flesh tone. So obviously that eye is a bit better, but when the original flesh tone gets put back around, he'll look a bit less like he's just been whacked in the face.
Yeah. Well, the thing is also, Tim, what you're putting it on with all those colors on the uniform and everything, it's really gonna, not only blend in, but it actually might fade into the background because people's eyes are going to go toward the shields and the markings and everything else. I know mine will. So.
Yeah.
Oh, okay. Here's something interesting. Matthew says, use the edges of the mouth to line up the eyes. Okay. Interesting. Very good.
Yeah. So Space Marines are kind of good to practice on faces and stuff because everything is so kind of exaggerated.
Yes.
Like they're just giant, big square heads with pronounced jaws and brow bones and cheeks and stuff like that. I was
going to say, Tim, the forehead on this guy looks as big as Peyton Manning's forehead.
Yeah. Yeah, it's less of a forehead, more of a 5 head, isn't it?
Yeah, like a Herman Munster head.
Adam said he started doing base eyes, shade, reinforces the eyes, and then highlight and dot. Okay, so Paul is doing the 30-second scale Tonka for the 48 and 48, the Italeri tooling.
Yes.
David the Valleys is saying, will you get a finish in 48? The fact is, none of us care. If you just build something, if you don't get a finish, it really doesn't matter. Okay, I think I've made a critical error in this part of the world. So I'm looking at all the interplane struts, and I'm putting them just still with their original numbers and everything else. What I need to do is paint the top and bottom of them neutral grey. It's shown here. It's hard to see. But the top and bottom of each strut is neutral grey. So I'm going around going, okay, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. I've got those 4 there, but there should be another 2. And then I'm having a look thinking, well, where are they? Because I thought they were all on pegs, but I think they're on sprue A. I don't have sprue A. And last night it was bin night. So I thought, I probably had all the struts and threw out those two were extra ones. So I probably threw them out. And I'm honestly thinking, oh, that's it. I think I've just stuffed it myself. It's certainly not around. Check out the spray booth. Oh dear. And I can't check the bin. It's been emptied.
Belongs to a tip monkey now.
Oh no. How typical though.
Okay, where's my... here it is.
All right. There's no A parts in sprue D.
I've also changed up how I choose my skin tones a little bit as well.
To explain.
So now I use like a leather brown and then like your what's that? Like brown rose or any Bugman's Glow, any kind of that pinkish dark flesh kind of color.
Yeah.
Hang on. I'll just bring my thing over. Yeah, so like a leather brown and like your flesh tone and stuff, and I'll have a play with that until I get it to like a darkish flesh tone. And then rather than adding more pink to lighten it up, I then add a light flesh or something. And then I find it stops them from looking too flushed or whatever.
Yeah, I've got the salmon rose and the brown rose Vallejo paints in there. I'll mix them with like a basic flesh tone. But I honestly, Tim, there are times I just don't know what I'm doing when it comes to starting with a base tone of color for this. And I'll go from like light brown to, but mixing in things like magenta or purple or blue and red. I mean, I haven't got that far yet. But I hear that those are colors that will help balance flesh tones.
Yeah, that starts getting tricky. Like I don't do that stuff.
Yeah.
That's like, I could kind of cheese it on something like this, like where the head is separate, right? And I'm just plopping it into a body full of armor. Like I could easily get like a bit of magenta through the airbrush and just like underspray it, and that would work. But having like cool colors from underneath and your warms on top. I'm not there yet, but I do have that bust coming up. So I got a bust of the SAS Jeep driver.
Oh yes,
that's right.
And stuff. So I might give that a go on him, and like really push the colors and stuff through the skin tones with that. But we'll see. I mean, I'm painting something that is like a third of the size of my pinky nails. So
right. Yeah.
I cut myself a bit of slack.
Duke is saying, Jim, watch Kelvin Tan, the AK Next Gen paints. His face is up.
Yes,
awesome.
He is. He is indeed, Duke. Yeah. His work is outstanding. Black Hat, I think, worked with Kelvin. Was it him or was it that Workbench Hobbies, Clayton? I think it was Clayton. I think he met Kelvin Tan at the Shizuoka show in Japan.
Right.
When he attended it. Yeah. Yeah, Clayton's a nice guy. I watch his posts every Friday. He's a very good modeler.
That's again another channel I should be watching, but I don't.
Oh yeah, I'll tell you, John. He does great work, and he builds mostly military, but he'll branch out and do different things too.
Yeah. So one of his first videos on his channel is having a look at the M16, that American half track with the anti-aircraft gun turret on the back, and it was just phenomenal. Yeah, he's an excellent modeler.
Yeah, he recently built that little half track I just finished, that TACM SDKFZ 250, and I was communicating with him. I was like, so how did you do it? I mean, this thing's so complicated, a lot of little parts, and breaking off things left and right. He says, yeah, it's a complex little model with some very tight fit tolerances. So you really got to watch your P's and Q's when it comes to assembling it. But it does build into a nice kit. I'm not knocking it. I'm just saying it was a wake up call for me building that kit. Definitely outside my comfort zone.
And the wake up call for me, yes, I genuinely do not have two of the interplane struts. I must have thrown out the sprue thinking, well, these must be extras without even considering that. What the hell is he thinking? Oh well. I'll make some from scratch somehow. I think I'll just use the other ones that I got and just get the approximate length and go with that. But oh my god, what a fool. Because these two wings are pretty much the same. As in, the angle of incidence is much the same all the way across.
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
So I'd be able to, just measure two other struts and use them as the. That'll fit. Yeah.
Yeah, looks nice.
Bastard. I don't know why I did that, but yeah, anyway, adapt and overcome. So I'll let those Cobain struts dry overnight. They're pretty much where they've got to be for that. They're not. I haven't lined them up perfectly, but yeah, they'll just hopefully fit into those. I've got 4 little holes there. I won't glue them on yet because I do want to play around with. I'll paint these grey, get the interplane struts sort of sitting vertically, and there'll be enough flex later on to be able to just sort of wangle that on. But I'll take my time and I'm not going to rush anything. But there we go. I've done what I wanted to do. So all I've managed to do is 4 lots of easy lines sitting on the elevator control, bell cranks, the Cobain struts are in place, and the windscreen's on. So that's 2 hours work. Oh dear. So let's have a look at Timbo just before we go off. Oh, you bastard.
So that's that Flesh kind of reestablished. Obviously, he looks very dumb at the moment without his bloody teeth.
Or his red hair.
He looks like a member of Parliament.
Or his hair. Hang on, we'll try and bang some teeth in, hey? Hey. Now he's looking a bit more like he's yelling. What an angry chap. Anyway, so yeah, that skin probably still has about 4 more layers of highlights to do. Probably 3 or 4. Buddy, just focus. There we go. Yeah, and then right around the edge, so just to frame his face, I'll put a tiny bit of Caribou Crimson wash. And yeah, and then I'll work on the other aspects of it, but that'll come up good. You got to trust the process. He kind of looks derpy until he doesn't. But yeah, so got that done, and got those tilt shields done on his armor. So Space Marine.
Awesome.
Yeah.
That's looking great, Tim.
Thanks.
And we'll zoom in on Aussie In. Have a look at your tank before we go. You're working on the turret, yeah?
Yeah, just kind of trying to tone down the gloss green. So these tanks were gloss green, and I don't like it being gloss green. So I'm just kind of using this AK streaking effects to tone it down a bit. You probably can't see it on the it's probably not showing up very well on the camera, but it's coming along. I'm happy with it.
It's a bloody long gun on that.
Yeah, I was just about to
Yeah.
say it's a hell of a gun, isn't it?
Yeah. Remember the last time we were on, we determined it's the same length as the
The Sherman chassis, yeah.
Jeez.
Yeah. Yeah, that's how big it is. So, yeah, but when it's on the diorama, I'm going to be using it in travel mode. So
Right.
Yeah.
Okay.
so yeah, I've got a diorama plan in my head, and it's going to be probably my biggest diorama because it's going to have another vehicle. I'm building the little German truck. So it's going to be a little diorama in 1950s Germany.
Oh, okay. Yeah. Army of the Rhine. Yeah.
Yeah, I think a lot of these did. That's where they were based. So yeah, I don't know. Yeah, they didn't have many. I don't think they didn't build. They didn't build many. I don't know, 500 or something like that.
Right. Well, that's 2 hours up. Thank you, everyone, for watching and being part of it. Certainly, thanks to Jim, Tim, Ian for joining us and having a good chinwag. It's been great.
Yeah.
Thanks for having us, John,
for
and
having
thanks for being here today.
That's
I've
all
enjoyed
good.
it.
I'm just thinking, I really wish I didn't throw out those 2 struts because it was going so well.
Yeah.
And the other thing, so somewhere I've got like a second wheel as well, and that shouldn't be too hard to find because they're bloody red. I have a wheel that I can see, so I have another one of these somewhere I need to find. Bloody hell.
Yeah.
I might have to have a cleanup, but I think, those struts are definitely not around because I've only got 3 screws left. I must have just gone, well, don't need those, and just threw it out at midnight and all gone. But, yeah. But, oh, no, she'll fly. I'll finish it somehow.
You'll have to fish out your brown loincloth and go big Gollum at the tip.
Where are my struts, precious?
Oh, you're back again, Mr. Marley. Yeah. Yeah, right. Okay, yeah, thanks everyone. And so in other medical news, Jim, tennis elbow has just about gone. So I reckon I could continue the HMS Victory again. It's been
Excellent.
a couple of months I haven't been able to do any filing or whatever. It would hurt. But it's feeling good. So I think I might be able to get some wood action happening.
All right. Well, every man should have some wood action in his life. Yeah.
Yeah. We need a bit of that. All right. And on that note,
yeah.
And on that note,
On that image.
I'll see all y'all next time, whenever that will be. But
Yep.
thanks again.
Yeah.
okay.
No
Take care,
outro,
everyone.
just
Bye-bye.
saying goodbye. All right.
Yeah.
See ya.